Hello and welcome to India Today. I am Sanjay Ponnappa.
And this is Maruti Acharya.
2024 is done, 2025 has started, and pretty grandly we've already finished 1 month.
1 month, yeah.
Wow, it's running really fast. But the biggest story of 2024 was Pushpa Raju.
Yes.
Pushpa Raju took over the country. He landed, he entered the scene once again on December 5th.
Yeah.
A lot of things happened. There was a lot of ups, a lot of downs, but then this was continuous.
Correct.
But the big question left now is, what is Pushpa going to do next? As in not Pushpa, but the guy who embodied the role of Pushpa, the star, icon star Allu Arjun. What is he going to do next? We got a small answer.
Yes, so there are a lot of speculations about this project, and yes, Allu Arjun and Trivikram is one of the, God-made kind of combo for big screen, because they have made 3 films till now, and each and every film became a benchmark. And their previous collaboration, which was Alavaikunthapuramlo, we know what kind of a sensation that film is. And that is one reason why, because they've even Allu Arjun, I think during promotions of Pushpa the Rule, Unstoppable show, he confirmed that it is the project with Trivikram Srinivas. And recently, producer Naga Vamsi spoke about the project, told that after Pushpa 2, it is Allu Arjun and Trivikram project, and it is going to be something which Indian cinema has ever seen. Mentioning that, he is not sounding arrogant. He mentioned that
he had to mention it.
So he said that even magnum opus director like S.S. Rajamouli also didn't try. So they are trying a visual, a theme, a film which is very unique.
It's going to be a world that no one in Indian cinema has witnessed before. While saying he took S.S. Rajamouli's name again, repeatedly saying that with respect, I am saying Rajamouli Garu, even though whatever he's done, this is going to be about that.
Correct. The point is, there are reports that suggest that Allu Arjun is going to be seen as Karthikeya, Skanda, or the god of war, or Kumaraswamy in the upcoming Trivikram movie. It is going to be a socio-mythological drama film.
Maruti, tell me this. Again, it's tricky because we know the gods, we'll know the stories of a few gods.
Correct.
But then not all of them.
Yeah.
And if you look at the Hindu mythology, there's just innumerable amount of gods.
Correct.
But Karthikeya is a name that we always hear.
Correct.
It's not like Karthikeya is a very prominent god.
Correct.
Right? But the story behind Karthikeya is something that not everybody knows too. So what is the story that you know?
You have a very valid point, Sanjay, that our generation is actually, in comparison, a little distant to our mythology and the concepts. Like, we know the basics of it, but we exactly don't know the stories and the whole, every story for me, when I look at any of the mythological story, there are a lot of philosophical messages and metaphors attached to those stories, right? So I think that is the better understanding of mythology.
Also, if, for example, the Ramayana that we are exposed to, we know it through the film that we watched. But then if you look at read the real Ramayana, there's so many new stories, there's so many little stories. If it's, cinephiles like us, we can make a short film out of it from each page.
Definitely.
It is like that. There is so much content in it.
Correct.
So even with this character, it seems like there is so much more to him than just being Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati's son. So what more do you know about it? What more should we know about it?
Lord Karthikeya, who's also called Skanda in some places and Murugan in some places, he is also god of war and god of wisdom, and there are some beautiful stories around why is he god of war. Lord Shiva has assigned him as the duty, protector of all the devatas.
Right.
Okay, so that is like the god of war. And there is another story about how Lord Shiva will send him to Lord Brahma, and he is your guru, you have to go learn from him. The first question that Kumaraswamy asks is, what is Om? So then there is an interaction between Brahma and Kumaraswamy where he'll say, actually you should learn about this, but he's adamant on knowing about what is Om. Even Brahma and Shiva also have a conversation about this, and they both realize that they don't know the meaning of Om basically.
Right.
So when they go back to Kumaraswamy is like, actually I know what is the meaning of Om. But for me to tell that, you have to agree that I am the gurus of all gods. Like, I am the god of wisdom, because I know something more than you. That is the reason why you have to agree. That is how he's been given that tag of God of wisdom also. So these are just very small stories. There is a much bigger story also. I think a lot of people know Kumaraswamy, like the broader perspective. In Tamil Nadu, there are 6 temples dedicated to him, and everybody have their special story. But I think the story that a lot of people know is the Vinayaka Chaviti story. Vinayaka is supposed to take production. So there is the production story where you have to go circle around the earth for 7 times, if I'm not wrong, and then come back. So so he has this peacock which is given by Garuda, and then Lord Ganesha will decide to
just take the around his
exactly.
Parents. Yes.
So I think that story is quite famous. So other than that, if you know any stories, mention that in the comments below.
Yes.
Yeah, choosing Lord Karthikeya or Kumaraswamy, because a lot of speculation is Karthikeya. Let's keep it Karthikeya. Because we know the person, we kind of know what he looks like, and I think that's it. We don't know the depth of the stories and the details. So it is very interesting, again, because it is mythological film, and based on what the producer said, they are trying for a world which is never seen before.
Yeah, but then there are some films where, you put the characteristics of a particular, known character into your protagonist or all the characters in that film, and you have that similarities over there.
Correct. For example, the recent Kalki 2898 AD and the integration of Arjuna, Karna is the recent example that you can, where you are trying to bring mythological characters into reality and their depiction.
Yeah.
And in general, Trivikram Srinivas movies, if you take, every hero character has a mythological reference and background. His recent Alavaikuntapuramlo, his entry and the song,
the homecoming of the
so
yes.
Yeah.
Is it going to be just that, or is it easy going all out into the mythology?
I think that is the most interesting part for me about the movie. A lot of people are talking about whether Trivikram can deliver, whether Allu Arjun can fit a role like that. But the bigger question is, what is this world that they have in their mind that they are trying to create? So I think I am very excited about that, because if it is something that nobody has seen, I think I am ready for something like that, and especially if Indian cinema is giving something like that, why not?
Another question.
Yeah.
When Naga Vamsi said something like this, that he's building the world, such a world that nobody would have seen before, and all of those hype came, it felt like the hype is being associated with someone who has the same potential, because Naga Vamsi, a young age director, isn't very exposed, closer to, technology like this.
Correct.
We could, understand and digest the fact that that is going to happen. But then, is that the same thing with Trivikram?
So, Trivikram, for the people who are not Telugu audience, let me tell you, he's called Guruji. With love, fans call him Guruji, because his command over mythology, his command over literature, his command over language. So that is the image of Trivikram that we get when we think about it. And in general, in a very normal movie also, he will include mythology. So if he is going all out and telling a mythological story, it is definitely interesting. But again,
here what we are talking about is a whole new world that nobody has seen before. And with that comes a lot of involvement of new age technology, VFX works, set designs, all of it comes in.
Yeah.
My question is about that. For example, you would understand if Rana talks about VFX, the understanding would be different than any other actor. Because he has a mastery over it. At the same time, if Rajamouli speaks about, large scale productions and big budget films, there is a certain weightage over there over someone who has worked in smaller films only. I'm not saying there is no potential here. I'm just questioning how does it sit, especially with Telugu people, because you've lived through all of his filmography, you know him.
For example, S.S. Rajamouli, right? So he started making, he's the one who actually started taking that risk of small experiments of increasing the scale. So Rajamouli didn't make one Student of the Year or Maryada Raman or Chhatrapati and then immediately made Bahubali or Ega. Actually, the strategy makes more sense for me genuinely, because you're slowly getting to know the technicalities of it without losing the touch of drama. But when it comes to Trivikram Srinivas, I think the drama part of it is still solid. But VFX part of it is something that is unpredictable, because we've never seen him dealing even slightest. The basic commercial cinema VFX is there everywhere. But above that, even he didn't experiment much in his filmography. Taking the example of Brahmastra, a lot of people criticize the movie for its story and drama. But one thing is undeniable, which is its visual effects. And that is because of the preparation. If you watch the behind the scenes videos, every small detail, there's a lot of detailed work and information that the team has worked on, extensive research and work, especially in execution, not just with the story and preparation. So that is very, very important. I'm also not just telling this in a very negative way that, it is not possible, visual standards will not be great. That's not what I'm saying. That is also possible, and this is also possible because we've not seen Trivikram sir doing something big like this. So we don't know. Let's talk about the star, Allu Arjun. Do you think, under the assumption that the reports are true, he is playing God of War, Karthikeya, do you think he'll fit the character? If yes or no, why?
See, without looking at the first look, it is really hard to tell if he fits the character or not, because we still don't know if the character is being written in such a way that he has to look like the character, or if he is just embodying the characteristics of this particular god. We don't have an idea of what this world is going to be. Bringing Adipurush here once again, the director is going for the same looks, at least for Ram, Lakshman and Sita.
Correct.
But
should have done that for Ravan also.
Everybody.
Keep
it,
Yeah. Consistent. Let's not get to Adipurush. It gets personal.
But yeah, let's just take that reference that much. We knew that he was going for that, and that is where the criticism came. That why, if you're not, then be consistent there. If you are, be consistent there. What is this thing? Which is why we need to see what the first look is. We need to see what the whole process is. If it's just a mythology set in a social time, or a if social drama comes first or the mythology comes first, we need to know that. And given Allu Arjun's acting chops, I feel like he can pull it off. So I would be excited for it. That is where I am right now.
But one thing is for sure, whenever Allu Arjun and Trivikram came together, it was a banger. I think Trivikram will always try to show Allu Arjun like never before. That happened with July. Till July, if you take Allu Arjun, he is different. With July, he is different. It's a little subtle. I think Trivikram, sir, whenever he's making a film with Allu Arjun, right, he will just use his energy where it's necessary. Most of the time, he's subtle. Because Son of Satyamurthy, I still remember, when I was watching it in theatre, it didn't feel like Allu Arjun, because Allu Arjun is always energy. Deshamudru. That's the vibe of Allu Arjun in general. But Son of Satyamurthy, again, it's not like an experiment like Vedam. But still, he's still so subtle, nice. So even Alavikundapuramlo also. So the combo, I have a lot of faith. But again, I had a lot of faith with Guntur Karam also. But not talking about that. But yes, I have a lot of faith with the combo. And Allu Arjun, definitely. So yes, overall, I feel like whatever the reports are suggesting about the project, we are really, really excited. So if you agree with whatever we spoke, you have thoughts about these questions, whether Trivikram can deliver, whether Allu Arjun can deliver. Do you think this visual emphasis to a movies or actors taking 2-3 years for a project, is that good for industry or your favorite actors? What are your opinions? Mention all of that in the comments below. And for more such videos, please do like, share and subscribe.
Also, do you think that we should start a podcaster segment where we just sit here and unwind about our feelings about films? Do you find such conversations interesting? Do let us know in the comments below. We will pick up on it.
This is Maruti Acharya.
And I am Sanjay Ponnappa.
And you're watching India Today.